Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a special mini training straight from the Inbox Goldmine newsletter. We're going to zero in on maybe the single most important part of your emails, that call to action button. If you stick with me, I promise you'll learn how to turn that simple button into an absolute click-generating machine. All right, let's dive in.
So what if I told you that one simple change could boost your email clicks by this much? Yeah, 371%. According to a study by Campaign Monitor, just having a single clear call to action can do that. This isn't just some minor tweak, folks. This is a total game changer for your entire email strategy.
You know, this quote really nails what we're talking about today. We're trying to move beyond buttons that are just kind of there. The goal is to create ones that actually pull the reader in, making that click feel like it was their great idea all along. It's about going from something that's just functional to something that's absolutely compelling.
So let's do it. Let's give your CTAs a complete makeover. We're going to go step by step through everything, where to put it, what words to use, even the design. First up, location, location, location.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about placement. This might seem really basic, but where your button lives in your email is just as critical as what it says. Seriously, the biggest mistake people make is burying their most important action way down at the bottom. And look, this isn't just theory. Check out this number. A roofing company saw a 28% jump in clicks just by moving their schedule a free inspection button to the top of their email. That's what we in the marketing world call above the fold. It means you can see it without even scrolling. That's the power of placement right there.
Okay, so the rules here are actually pretty simple. Rule 1, put your main, most important CTA right at the top so it's the first thing people see. Rule 2, it's okay to repeat it or echo it down at the bottom for people who skim. And Rule 3, surround it with white space. Give it some room to breathe. It really makes it pop off the page.
So we've got the where down. Now let's talk about the what. What do you actually write on that button? Well, this is what we call microcopy. These are the tiny but incredibly powerful words that can have a huge psychological impact on whether someone decides to click or not. And this chart just shows the difference perfectly. Over on the left, you've got these generic, kind of bossy commands like click here or buy now. But on the right, you see benefit-driven language. Show me my free guide. Get my discount. See the difference? The stuff on the right answers that one crucial question every reader has. What's in it for me? And you won't believe how big of an impact this has. Unbounce did a study and found that just changing one little word from your to my, so get your discount becomes get my discount, can boost conversions by up to 90%. It's because the word my creates this instant sense of ownership. It makes the offer feel personal, like it's already theirs.
Okay, here's a super simple framework you can use right away. Ask yourself, does my button's text complete the sentence, I want to? Think about it. I want to protect my roof. It fits perfectly. You're basically channeling the reader's own motivation and putting the words right in their head.
Hey, just a quick pause. If you're getting some value out of this training and you want more of it, take a quick second to like this, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one we drop. All right, moving on to part 3, friction. And guys, this is the silent killer of clicks. Friction is anything at all, that causes a reader to pause or hesitate. It could be confusion, uncertainty, or just feeling like it's too much work. Our job is to find all that friction and just get rid of it. So how do we do that? Here are 4 super practical ways. First, stick to one main goal, one primary CTA per email. Don't give them decision paralysis. Second, use a high contrast color so your button is impossible to miss. Third, add a little bit of reassurance copy nearby, something like takes 2 minutes or no credit card needed. And finally, tell them exactly what's going to happen next, like get the checklist PDF. No surprises.
Okay, next up is design. This is so important. It's not enough for your call to action to act like a button. It has to look like a button, you know? Good design is a visual cue that instantly signals to our brains, hey, you can click this.
So here are a few key design specs to keep in mind. Use a nice, readable font, maybe 16 to 18 pixels. Give it plenty of padding. That's the space around the text, so it doesn't feel cramped. On mobile, this is huge. Make sure the button is at least 44 by 44 pixels so it's easy to tap with a thumb. Even little details, like having slightly rounded corners, can make it feel more inviting.
And listen, Design isn't just about making things look pretty. It actually drives results. One A/B test by VWO found that just making the button color have a higher contrast against the background increased clicks by 35%. That is a huge win for what is honestly a pretty simple fix.
All right, this brings us to our final and honestly the most important step of all. You can follow every single best practice we've talked about today, but the only way to know for sure what works for your audience is to test. Don't guess what's going to work. You have to test, and test again.
And hey, for those of you who want to take it to the next level, start looking into dynamic CTAs. This is a feature in a lot of platforms like Constant Contact, where you can show different buttons to different people. So a brand new subscriber might see Download My Guide, while a longtime loyal customer sees Book My Estimate. It's that kind of personalization that can really boost your clicks.
So what's the big payoff for all this work? Well, look at this chart. The average email click-through rate, according to MailChimp benchmarks, is hovering around 2.6%, which is okay. But by applying these optimization techniques we've covered, you can push that number well over 4%. And at scale, that is a massive increase in traffic and potential customers.
So if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. Your call to action is the moment of truth in your email. It's the bridge. It's where you turn someone who's just passively reading into someone who is actively taking action. It can never, ever be an afterthought.
So, if you are ready to become an expert with these strategies and a whole lot more, I've got you covered. Just click the link down in the description to get our full email marketing masterclass and really start taking your business to the next level with email.
And finally, I've got a question for you. After going through this whole makeover, what is the one change you're going to make to your own email CTAs? Drop your plan in the comments below. I'd love to see what you're thinking. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.